Experience!
I loved this experience.
There was a lot of complaining about the whole experience in plural marriage. It was about her whole experience.
Marty's been just a wonderful experience. And I've always been fathering and having special experiences with little people.
So it's really a special experience.
That family experience that we all had together.
I love the tree because it was an experience we had together.
And we have a day-to-day, we have an experience. Every summer, but I'm glad she did it because it gave her a great experience with her mother.
So those were challenging experiences that we were having an experience. Let's say me and a wife would have an experience, or even me and one of my kids would have an experience that's being filmed by our experience being public, because all the fruit that I got from it with my children and my experience.
Our kids are starting to trickle in. We're going to sit down and have a whole family experience here.
An experience together.
And there's one time when I'm watching all the wives in the kitchen work together, knocking hips. And I was really pleased to see the experience.
We're starting a new experience.
The pain of this experience has caused much trouble.
It's this beautiful experience.
You keep using the word.
Janelle came in the family, and it diluted this experience I had with Mary.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
The experience of that coming together.
Mary comes to the picnic and we're having this experience.
It's like I've gone through an entire experience.
And get that nostalgic experience of, wow, I remember having these experiences in this home.
It was a sweet experience.
But to make it stop.
I got a feeling through this experience that
Having this experience with Ariella here,
I always wanted this big family experience. I had this wonderful experience with my own family.
we had this whole experience with this catfish.
It's just like an old unraveling of our 30-year experience.
Cody wants a soulmate experience with each one of his wives.
It's just a shock to me, the whole experience.
I watched my mom and my dad have a honeymoon experience, and I just wanted to have this sweet experience that you actually just create this really cool experience. It really does create this really cool absence makes the heart grow fonder experience. And I hope to, and I'm planning on having a honeymoon experience.
Today is Groundhog Day.
You know, when I came to the family, I saw this like big group family team experience.
Being in this Christmas house is a wonderful experience.
The experience of that coming together. We have an experience. One experience I had, we have this nice family experience. The pain of this experience after this horrible experience, and it was a pleasant experience.
I missed the big experience.
Please stop talking.
The experience of that coming together.
We're both mourning this experience, and that's the experience.
Wink.
Hello, sister friends. Whoop, 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 whoop. We are ready for our marathon. Yes, the marathon begins today. Very unconventional, I know, but you got to do what you got to do. So we are doing 5 days in a row, 5 business days in a row, but it's beginning with Friday, and then we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So next weekend is Labor Day weekend. I will be going out of town with my family, and so I cannot do next Friday. So that's why we started it early rather than skipping it and then adding it late. We're starting it early, and I'm very excited for the marathon. And I want to say thank you. We're doing the marathon because I have over 1,000 subscribers now on my channel, my vlog channel, which is Becoming Wise and Wonderful. So if you're interested in vlogging, you can go there. If not, and you just want to subscribe, great. I welcome even more subscribers. I keep looking down because I realized I had forgotten to get my notebook ready, but I've got it now. I had it all cleared off from when I did speech therapy earlier. All right, speaking of speech therapy, that is going to affect our schedule a little bit because Wednesdays all day until 5:30, 5:40, I'm in speech therapy. So I cannot do the 1 o'clock. So we are meeting at 1 o'clock today, as usual. We will meet on Monday again, 1 o'clock as usual. We will meet on Tuesday, 1 o'clock as usual. The next 2 days after that, it will be evening meetings. So we will meet at 7 p.m. on next Wednesday and next Thursday. Okay. Now I got all the StreamYard links made and the thumbnails made, and they're all posted now. Hopefully I did it all correctly, because I clicked on the wrong something last time. We watched the wrong show last time. But this will go to show you that it doesn't really matter on Sister Wives. They can go out of order, because especially early on, one thing doesn't depend on the previous episode. I feel like they're a little bit more that way now, but certainly not back in this time. So the one we should have watched on Monday, this past Monday, was, and somebody in the chat even mentioned it, like, oh, I was on the wrong one, because I thought, and I'm like, oh, I think I did it right. I didn't. The one we were supposed to watch is this interview show. This is the one where Robyn says, "Don't make me a victim, sweetheart." Oh, the arrogance of the woman who lives a life of victimhood. It's disgusting to hear her say it. And yet it's also priceless to just see the hypocrisy right there on film. So look at it how you want. I'm going to choose to be a little bit more positive. Let me get my Pilot pen out. Love me a Pilot pen. And I'm going to take notes. All right. So we are at season 6. And this is episode 9, I believe. And then we did episode 10 by mistake last Monday. Okay, let me see who's here in the chat. Some people might not be here because they may have forgotten, or they just might not be available on Fridays at 1. So we have Valadia. Hi, Valadia. Welcome from abroad. Our moderator, who we love, Lynn Quitchbitchin Skinner, is here. And thank you for posting the links to the Becoming Wise and Wonderful channel. I appreciate you. And my other channel, Reality TV Breakdown, of which I'm going to rebrand to Senior Perspective on Pop Culture. We talked about that in one of our live streams. I saw a little note here. All my notes of things that I need to do that I write down during these live streams. I saw the one, I'm like, oh, right. Senior Perspective on Pop Culture, and then now we can do Senior Perspective on Becoming Wise and Wonderful. I think I'll change that to Becoming Wise and Wonderful, a Senior Perspective. Anywho, let's see who else is here in the house. Tracy's Fractured in History and more. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Liz, good to see you. Rosie Lee, hi. Happy Friday. Yes, weird to be here on a Friday. Mama Squirrel, glad you could join us. Hello, hello. Sally and Deborah are both here. Hi, welcome, welcome. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Helgi is here. Hi, Helgi. Maro Abdel Alim. Hello. Sister Wives is not finished. There's definitely one more season that's been recorded. Will there be another one after this season? I don't know. I say probably not, but I said that the past 2 years. So really it all depends on what happens in their lives if there's content. If it goes the way that it's been going, and if TLC doesn't wake up and realize that there's a lot of great content out there, if we would start digging into finances and start digging into unearthing lies of the past. I mean, talk about great TV names. Oh, Lynn Skinner, you rock. Thank you so much. She sent me a text message. I forgot the names. Oh, I love you, Lynn. I love you. I forget that so much. And I don't want it to scroll during the intro, because I used to do that just so I wouldn't forget. But thank you. So TLC has a golden opportunity to keep the show going and to make it successful. However, my new favorite word, I don't think they listen to any of these channels and what the people are saying, sadly. So it's going to be the end of our time together, which makes me sad. Shannon, we don't have a date for the new season, but I have a hypothesis. The show that is currently in there says that there are 6 episodes to it in that time slot. And if that's true, if there's 6 episodes, then that means it takes us to, that goes through the 13th of September, which would mean the 20th of September would be the premiere. Just a guess. I came out and asked them, well, when I was getting information about getting the screeners again this year. By the way, do you know when it's going to start? Oh, I'm sorry, we don't know. Yes, you do. But that's what they told me. So I tried to get the information out of them. But my best guess is 6 weeks takes us to the 13th. So that would be that September 20th would be the premiere date. Don't know, maybe. Danny, good to see you. Hi. All right. So we are, it's a bank holiday weekend this weekend. Look at that. And we have Labor Day weekend just for workers in general next weekend. Happy bank holiday to all our UK viewers. We know we have a lot of them. We do. Okay. So this is season 6, episode 9. Backtracking, not that it matters. And it is called Sisterwives on the Ropes. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I have to say, each one of these episodes, when I'm getting ready to show it to you, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a boring one. This is going to be awful. And then I end up enjoying them. I'm like pleasantly surprised. I think it's the shock factor of what we know now. Because I remember these being like the dry years of watching Sisterwives until the catfishing happened. Until catfishing, this period of time up to catfishing, these couple years were sort of like, but I kept watching. I don't know. I was invested. Whereas now when I'm watching it, knowing what we know now, it makes these older episodes interesting, I think, because it's just so blatant. It's so obvious. The contradictions, the stuff that we wouldn't have caught back then because we didn't know back then what we know now, and that is who Cody truly is. And really Robyn too. We had an idea about Robyn. I mean, we didn't like her from jump, right? Let's be honest. But for kind of other reasons. Now there's more added onto it as to why not a Robyn fan. All right, let's get going here and play.
I liked Sisterwives. I wanted a family. I didn't just want a man.
What is family? Do you notice how she says that with her keep sweet voice still? When did family? Like a child. Disgusting.
When I was about 14, my mother told me that she believed in the principle of plural marriage.
My religious beliefs say...
I guess this is a flash forward.
To choose my husband, whether he's married or not. That's okay.
There is no such thing as good polygamy. It is inherently harmful.
This abuse that you're talking about...
Robyn shakes her head and rolls her eyes.
Because it is not only in polygamy.
In general, people could stereotype that marriage is bad.
You just said that you would leave if you didn't believe it. Do not twist my words.
Do not twist my words.
Do not make me a victim, sweetie.
Ew.
You didn't say that. You said sister-wives hate each other. Partnerships are very different than plural marriage. Two people working together, not having a whole bunch of children, not on welfare, not on food stamps.
That's another stereotype.
Hang on just a minute. I think that I have the right to say my feelings about polygamy as much as you get to say them.
It's patently unfair and unjust, in fact, to say that polygamy is evil because evils happen to
It's interesting. I've never seen a flash forward before. Okay, it says 2 days earlier.
All right, let's start with
Christine's house.
math games.
This week, our family is participating in a panel discussion about polygamy. It looks as though it could turn out to essentially be a debate between our family and some other people who have had less than favorable experiences in plural marriage.
Hi, Trudy. I love you so much. Have fun at Robyn's house.
You're nervous.
I am.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm watching you. Like you're like, you're rubbing your hands, and it's so weird.
I'm shitting my pants.
I think I'm nervous because I don't know. It's very personal.
Aspen, will you call Robyn and just let her know that Trudy's at her doorstep so she can come play?
There's actually 4 panelists on the opposing side, and then there's one of us.
There's 5 of us.
Well, we're representing one, one story. It just seems like.
Why do you want to go?
Just because.
That's not a very good answer.
I'm going to UNLV, so I just want to see it, I guess. Mom, I told Aspen about the panel discussion, and she really wanted to go. Because I need to hear all things. I need to hear all of the truth in order for me to make a decision on what I want to do.
There's no ulterior motive.
No, I just want to see you guys speak. There's not really anything.
I want to go to the UNLV panel just to basically be there for my mom because she's really nervous about this. And I just think that it would be nice just to have a familiar face in the audience. And plus, I want to hear what's going on. I don't want to participate. Fighting against it completely. I have no interest in going and talking about my family living plural marriage in an antagonistic environment. And I think it's going to be antagonistic. It's so much personal experience versus personal experience.
Pause. Can I just say here? Okay. Very interesting. That sounds very much like something Cody would say, doesn't it? That is Christine talking there, but they want to put it on blast. They want to put it on TV. They want to take the paycheck for it. They want to talk about it every opportunity they get. They want to talk about it to the shop owner, to the painter artist, you name it. Oh, by the way, we're polygamous. They want to shout it from the rooftops unless, on their terms, somebody's going to come back with an opposing view. If it's antagonistic, I don't want to be involved with it. No, I don't like this. I don't want to. It's very immature, isn't it? It's very childish, really. It's a sign of lack of maturity in this family. We'll talk about polygamy on our terms, and as long as nobody comes back with difficult questions or challenging situations or things that might oppose what we have to say. We just want to put it on blast. I don't like it. Back 10 seconds. Here we go.
Talking about my family living plural marriage in an antagonistic environment. And I think it's going to be antagonistic. It's so much personal experience versus personal experience. And I'm worried that our personal experience will be invalidated
by their personal experience.
Because of all the stereotypes that are out there. I feel like we're going in against a stacked deck.
I know you're worried and I understand that, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. So you need to stop worrying.
One of the panelists is actually one of my mom's sisters, Kristen Decker, and she's there to talk about how she had this terrible experience living plural marriage and how she is completely against it.
Okay, and she has a right to.
But why are you mad at her specifically because of this? I think you just want to pick a fight on.
She's totally against polygamy, and she's not even saying that people should be able to choose. She really is just saying no one should live it.
And what am I going to do when I see her? I'm scared. Because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I don't know.
Do you love her because she's in your family, or do you dislike her because she's anti-polygamous?
Tough place to be in.
Yeah. And I'm giving her all the platform that she needs to talk about why she hates my family so bad.
Pause. Let's put a pin in that. Let's find out if she actually says why she hates Christine's family so bad. I don't believe that that's the case. And I believe that this couch interview happened afterwards and they're pretending like it's about to happen because that's how it works. They don't, before every show, sit on the couch all the time and say, this is what's going to happen. They do only just a couple couch interviews and they talk about multiple episodes at the time. So I am thinking they already know it's already happened. They're pretending like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And I'm nervous about it. I do not believe she's going to talk about why she hates Christine's family so bad. See, this is the twisting, warping that they do in their heads to convince themselves the world is against them when it's not. I have a feeling she's just going to talk about her own personal experience and why she thinks polygamy in and of itself might be bad, but not about why she hates Christine's family so much. I believe she won't even say she hates Christine's family at all. My opinion. We'll see.
Hey, welcome. Come on in.
This is Kristen Decker's house.
There's actually 4 panelists on the opposing side.
Willie Steed, who's from the FLDS, Colleen, who we met before, she's from the Kingstons, my Aunt Kristen, and then Christine Marie, and they've all been in polygamous relationships before.
Do you want me to help?
Yeah.
I first met Colleen when Logan, Maddie, and I went to Utah to help out a nonprofit organization that helps polygamists, whether they're in polygamy or they want to get out.
And all this yummy stuff.
I'm going to this panel discussion because there are two sides of polygamy, good and bad, and I think the bad stories aren't being told enough.
Thoughts? There you go. Colleen, who's probably the most antagonistic and anti-polygamous of all things, sits down and says, I'm just doing this because I want to show that there's both parts. And she acknowledges there is good and bad in polygamy. But we're not showing enough of the bad sides. I think this is in relation to the show that's been on many years now, making it look like polygamy is amazing, because that is what the Brown family portrays. Because up till now, they're not really talking about anything difficult. Christine did in season 1, but I think Cody shut her down. I know Cody shut her down. We've seen it on the show while he's like, you need to be nicer to your sister wife and you have to try harder. And if you want to earn my love, be good to her. You want me to love you? Show me how kind you can be to your sister wife. Okay, back to the show.
I would like to have the public see that it doesn't just look like the Brown family, that there are a lot of heartaches and a lot of hardships. I want to hear your stories about your lives. I'm so curious about everything.
I want to share my story with the world because I know that not every polygamist experience is just a wonderful rose bush out in the middle of a meadow. So, and that's kind of how the Browns seem to paint polygamy.
Pause. I just want to say the kid that's talking now is Willie Steed, who was a former polygamist himself. And Kristen Decker, the aunt of Christine, said to him, I want to hear all about your story and all about your wives. This boy looks like he is 13 years old. I'm like, all right, maybe 16. He looks so young. He had wives? Are you joking? Okay, moving on.
Are you two as nervous as I am about doing this thing on Thursday? I'm Kristen Decker, and I grew up I was born into polygamy. My father had 13 wives. My mother was the first of 13, and she had 8 children out of my dad's 23 biological children. And then I was told that I should live it, and I believed it, so I did. I was married at 17, and we hadn't been married very long before he was already flirting with other women, which was supposed to be okay because that's how somebody's going to get another wife. By the time we had about a 33-year marriage when I said enough is enough. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It's not okay, and I can't live like this.
How long was your
50. The year I turned 50 is the year I left.
Wow.
So when I see younger people going sooner, yes.
My name is Colleen. I grew up in the Kingston polygamous community, and my mom had a very large family, 12 kids, and she's the 7th of 14 wives. And I left about 3 years ago. Like, I want to say what I want to say, you know? I don't want to be, like, interrupted by his beliefs or their beliefs or whatever. I've met the Browns a while ago. I got to know them pretty well. I really, it's a lot more different than what I grew up with. It's a lot different.
I was going to tell you that I met Cody. I was at Christine's house and they were, I think that they had just met each other because she was like, oh, sparkly eyes and gooey eyes about seeing him. And at that time, I believed in polygamy full-heartedly. And I was like, oh, they're so cute. They're such a cute couple. And when I think about Christine and the family right now, and I just want to go kidnap her and just say, hey, honey, you don't need to do this. You just believe it. Like we all were told we had to do it.
Over the last 25 years,
Yep. And Christine took such offense to her saying that on the show. And yet that's exactly what Christine believes right now. Interesting, right? Okay, my wrist. I'm sorry. Yes, a few people have mentioned my wrist. I talk a little bit about it on my vlog, but the bottom line is I don't really know what I did. I think I'm officially at the age where things start going wrong and you don't even know why. On the drive down to Tennessee couple weeks ago, I think that's when I first started noticing it bothering me because I think I was having a hard time holding the steering wheel in that hand, but I just figured it's an 8-hour drive. So it's going to bother. And I drive mostly with my left hand because my right hand is free to eat and drink. But it just kept getting worse and worse and worse the whole 2 weeks I was in Tennessee. And I have 3 or 4 of these wrist things here from all my kids' injuries. I have a couple boots. I have at least 3 boots also if I were to hurt my ankle. But I didn't have it in Tennessee. So I think I may have just kept making it worse. So we're going to try to take a couple weeks and do this. Immobilize it and see if it gets better. I'm at the age where things go wrong. Just hurts a lot to use. But I don't know why. There was no like one major I fell down and now it hurts situation. But it just keeps getting worse. So we're hoping now it'll keep getting better if I stop using it. I will say today's the first day I woke up and it wasn't hurting when I woke up. I don't wear this to bed at night because I seem to remember that when the kids had these boots and wrist things that they were told not to wear them to bed at night, but then wear them all during the day. So I woke up this morning and it felt great. I just want to hit pause on the show because it looks like it's coming back up here. Okay. This is interesting to me, Bonnie. Robyn and Preston had a legal marriage, but a civil divorce. Later had to go through a legal divorce process to legally marry Cody and adopt her kids. Is there any way to find out when that legal divorce happened? What is a civil divorce? Just that they both agreed that they were divorced? Is that the situation? If so, I could do a whole episode on that. I will do an entire video on this if I have some more. I don't like to talk about things like this until I have like stats, but if anybody can look up and find when the legal divorce happened and was registered, probably in Montana, that would be great. That's interesting to me. So interesting. Okay. Hulu and HBO Max took off most of the seasons. They typically do that right before the new season. So my guess is we'll see a trailer soon. Oh, interesting. Well, which is okay because we don't need to keep doing these reviews once the season starts. But hopefully they don't take off everything in this. So far, we're good in terms of season 6 is still up there. Mama Squirrel's funny. Janelle's boyfriend, we'll see him. Pete, we'll meet Pete 2029. Stay tuned. That's about how caught up TLC is. No, truth is they are caught up to date. So, I mean, we'll start watching it, but it'll probably be like last Christmas or something, but we're not years behind like we used to be. It's pretty funny though. The legal dissolution of marriage to Preston concluded just months before she began filming. Okay, can we find a document though? Can we find anything that I can put up on a screen that shows here's the proof? Tracy's like, I'll have no other forum to unleash my stink against Cody. I know. We need it to keep going. I'm telling you, this could keep going for another 5 years easily. If we start reflecting back on all the reasons why they should have left sooner, the signs that were there, the things that happened, the different times they thought about leaving, we could go, Janelle alone, we could have a whole season just covering Janelle if she would be willing to go back and talk about all the times she left him before the show even began, all the times she up and left and why. Really why? Not just a general, I wasn't getting along with the sister wives and felt like Cody didn't have my back. I want specifics, absolute specifics. Just like, was it her or Christine? No, I think it was Janelle. Or was it Christine? Who was the one that said to him when he was getting ready to leave to go on a trip, when they were all still in the double wide together, do you love me? And he said, yes, I do. And she said, okay, that's all I needed to hear. We heard that story just recently. Was that Christine or Janelle? I think it was, I want to say it's Janelle. Okay. Is the sound better? I turned it up and I moved the microphone further away from me. So far, we've had 5 experiences. I'm so sorry I'm not keeping up. There's experience. It's like it's almost, it's drowned out for me now. I want to see, where are we in the show? We are 12 minutes in. And had 5 experiences already. We're not even 12 minutes in, because I think it started at about 4 or 5 minutes, and there's a lot of stuff at the beginning. It doesn't help that Jenny keeps saying experience. I'm sorry. Rosie Lee said, if the Brown family is the good view of polygamy, it's not selling it to me. Right? Right? I'm interested to hear this boy's story. I don't remember. I'll take care of myself. I am now. I probably should have bought one of these at like Walgreens or CVS when I was down there, but I'm like, I can't do it. I've got like 4 of them at home. Maybe it'll just get better. And it wasn't getting better. It just kept getting worse. So I'll be better. I'll be better. In the vast scheme of things that could go wrong with me, this is a little one. And it's my left hand, which is nice. But you're going to see a lot of motioning with it because I use the right hand to control the mouse and to write. All right. Yeah, so those who are catching up and who haven't watched, they can take 5 drinks so far. I really don't like that StreamYard is really lagging today. If it gets really bad, I'll close it down and go back in again. And I don't know why it's happening. I have everything. I noticed it just in the intro. So I made sure I closed out everything on my computer. So it's not taking up memory space or anything, but I just noticed it was still doing it. So if it gets annoying, let me know. Lynn, send me a text if people start saying, I can't handle it. She keeps freezing, or if my voice is freezing on top of it, that's worse than the video. All right, back to the show. In the cul-de-sac, Christine's house.
Today all the adults are going to go to UNLV. We're going to meet a professor who's arranged to have a panel discussion between our family and some other people who have left polygamous culture.
His name is Professor Jankowiak, and he is actually going to be the moderator for our panel.
Same information we were told already.
Honey, you can't come this time. I love you. Ready to go? Yeah.
We're late.
I know. I'm worried because we're not
Truly
out there
sad.
trying to convince people that polygamy is for them.
Or that the masses should be living polygamy.
No, we as a family decided to go public, and we are willing to talk about our lives. There's not a lot of plural families that will.
There's a stigma.
Right. It's fine.
And so,
pause. I'm sorry. I can't. I have to respond. Yes, Robyn, we know. Thank you for stating the obvious. We're fine with the fact you're doing a show. I mean, ish. And we're fine with the fact that you have to tell everybody you're polygamous, ish. But the point is, if somebody else says, my experience is different, you can't get defensive and say that they're not allowed to talk. Oh my God, she's such a hypocrite. Back to the show.
the motivation, no matter how functional your family is, isn't strong enough to get you to go public
when there's so many risks to being public?
This morning, I feel so much better knowing or feeling that we're right in this cause. To say this isn't okay. This way of life is really harmful, and more needs to be heard about that. There's coffee too.
We're down in Las Vegas. I'm feeling a little nervous.
That's Willie.
Excited. I don't really quite know what to think. I do feel a sense of awareness to let the public know about polygamy and what goes on behind the scenes, because it's kind of an unknown world. The more stories that are out, the more knowledge you can get from each story.
It's a good point.
My name is Willie. I was raised in the FLDS community in southern Utah, and most people know it as the Warren Jeffs religion. And I come from a family of 42 children. My mom was the third mom. She had 14 children of her own. And my experience of polygamy was an extremely difficult one as a child, being raised in that. In the end, a year ago, I left with absolutely nothing from there. Besides my family that I came out with. My mom and six daughters.
Pause. Well, now I'm very confused because Kristen Decker said, I'm so excited to hear your story about your 2 wives. He's made it sound like he was just a single guy being raised in polygamy, and his mom decided to leave. And so he and his 6 sisters and mom all left together. Is it me? Maybe I heard it incorrectly. I don't know. Moving on.
I'm not really nervous to see Christine. In fact, I just can't wait to give her a hug. I always adored her. I know that we're on opposite feelings about this, and that will be a challenge to do, but I still love them no matter what. You ready, guys? We're on.
Kristen Decker sounds sweet, doesn't she?
Over the last 25 years, I've been working with polygamous communities in North America. I never got access to Warren Jeff's community, but I got access to the rival community in Centennial Park.
I'm really glad to hear your background on this, Professor, because I've kind of been wondering why it was that you wanted us to come in and have this panel discussion.
Right. It seems to me like you got something at stake here.
Oh, Cody, so threatened by this man's intelligence and the diplomas on the wall and his knowledge in this. Cody is going to try to trump him and be like, but I lived it. Like, you could study it all you want, but like, I'm really the guy here. Cody's like slouched back in his chair. He's like, he's talking as if he's home having a beer on the couch talking to his wife. It's a hard day at work there, babe. How was your day? That's his position. Everyone else is sitting at this board table, including the professor and the wives, in a nice, comfy leather chair, sitting up, talking like adults. And Cody's acting like he's 16 years old and slouching that. I don't know, teacher. I'm not so sure about that. Are you sure you want to give us a test next week? I don't think you prepared us properly. That's the vibe I'm getting from Cody. And then, of course, on top of it, he's got one of those like fake silk shirts on, which could use a little ironing in the sleeve, but nevertheless, with the big collar that was starched a lot. And so it really sticks up like a 70s John Travolta with the open buttons, of course. Cody doesn't know what a tie is. It's open buttons. I'm sure there's a chain. I can't see from this angle, but I guarantee you there's some sort of chain there too, because he must love John Travolta, this man. He emulates him so much. I mean, Cody is straight out of 70s. Straight out of the 70s, for sure. All right. just looking at him sitting there all proud of himself. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Curiosity, really.
Okay.
Really, just curiosity. Everyone I talked to, men and women, readily admitted that a polygamous family's vitality depended on the husband. And I found that many, many men were not able to do that.
Including Cody.
Relationships are complex. Plural relationships are more complex. I really wanted to see what were the issues, how were they resolved, why were some families more successful than other families.
It was very weird to hear myself analyzed as a cultural group.
It was like, so I'm a specimen. He was a great guy, easy to engage,
Very respectful.
down to earth, and very respectful.
For us, I guess some of our biggest concern about a panel discussion is there's a lot of criticism. The loudest noise coming from our culture are those who have left it and are antagonistic toward it.
You're not going to convince the people.
Pause. Shocker. News report. People who left polygamy might be antagonistic towards it. Usually people who leave a religion leave it because they love it, but they just leave it just because. I guess that must be what Cody's mentality is. So he doesn't like the fact that what I don't like about this panel discussion is that we're going to have people who have left and they're antagonistic.
Who've made up their mind. But what you can convince is the neutral public. The topic of polygamy is intrinsically interesting because it represents an alternative to monogamy, which is really the central notion of American culture. And people are all curious about what works. We know not all monogamous marriages work. So is polygamy a possible, viable alternative?
Professor, as far as time-wise goes, I know that the other people on the panel were coming in. Now, you weren't looking at talking with all of us at the same time.
No.
Okay, when are they coming in?
Coming in probably in 30 minutes.
Last time I saw Kristen was probably about 8 years ago. And it was okay. It was fine.
The reason why I really have no interest in doing this panel, just really honestly, Kristen Decker being my aunt is really difficult. And doing a panel with her is not safe.
Drink!
And I'm not thrilled about this.
Sure, I'm not being compassionate. I'm not being kind. Fine. But I'm just barely going public. I don't know. I just feel like she's on the opposite side. Here I am being open, and it is hard. It was not an easy decision to become open. And then she comes out and she's fighting me. It's like, I don't need that.
She's not fighting you. She's speaking her truth.
I think people opposed to what I'm doing, to have it come from family is just hurtful.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. But sure.
I'm worried that it's just going to be another ambush. We get ambushed.
Pause. I have to say, this Cody's outfit is not serving him well in this situation. He's getting ready to go into a panel discussion. He's wearing very tight jeans and a silk blouse that's buttoned out here, his hair all down, like he's trying to be a 70s disco icon or something. He looks gross. He looks slimy. He's the epitome of the guy that your mom always told you to stay away from. The sleazeball, the grease ball, the womanizer, that he's dressing the part. He couldn't put on a nice suit and tie. Couldn't do it. Nope.
All the time with the anti-polygamists. And their family and their friends and their people that maybe we used to know. It actually makes me angry at the families that are doing well for not speaking up. And it makes me angry at these anti-polygamists for being so close-minded. They're asking us to accept their story, but they're not accepting ours.
Yeah.
Pause. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, we're going to listen. We're going to listen. Put a pin in that one too. Do they refuse to accept the Brown story? It's really interesting though, because the truth of the matter is, if they say they don't accept it because they don't think they're being honest and truthful, that's true. That's real. We know the beginning of the show, The Browns are all faking it. It's like a fake it till you make it situation. So, this is really annoying to listen to, isn't it? Because what they're saying is we intrinsically are going to lie about how great everything is, and we're offended that you don't believe that what we're saying is true. Make it make sense. That's exactly what they're saying. Brown family. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. All right. Lynn said, I'm open-minded. Your lifestyle is stupid. I'm open-minded. I looked at it. I analyzed it. We've been discussing it hundreds, if not thousands of hours. We have watched these episodes over and over and over again. I have done and video stuff. It's still stupid. I've analyzed it more than they probably analyzed it, and they lived it. It's no bueno. No bueno. All right. I'm going to change the banner down below. We have more SOS exclusives that are going to come and our big supporters. Here we go. Okay. Get it back to comments. Brown poop story. Here we see how callous and vindictive Robyn is. Yes. And a liar. The lies. And Blue Bunny's just distracted by my sister wives jewelry. This is my new season 6 background since we talked sister wives in season 6. I feel like, though, it's a little bit off because Janelle, see, this is my OCD coming out, because Christine goes all the way up to the top and Janelle doesn't, because I needed to fill that space and there's only 2 of them. Now I feel like the jewelry has to slip over because there's a little bit extra space there, but I didn't have another piece of jewelry. I have issues. All right, back to the show.
Hi, I'm Bill Jankovic. Nice to meet you.
He's meeting
Christine said that she wanted just to
Colleen.
be left alone. Then I would have to question that, because I would say it isn't about you. What I would want you to do, Christine, is say to us, to me, say, you know what, I realize our family's unique, our family's great, our family's wonderful. And I realize what you're telling me now. The more I hear, the more I learn that polygamy in general is dysfunctional.
She's not only completely against me and my family structure and my religion and my lifestyle, she's completely vocal about it, trying to show people that it's inherently wrong or abusive. So no, I really don't want anything to do with her. I feel betrayed.
It is wrong. It is abusive. Moving on.
Their opinion.
Little preview is Cody saying, their opinion does not affect me. All right, we'll see. I bet it gets wound up at some point. The word jewelry should always be in quotes. That's good. Yeah. We just call it Claire stuff. Although, as somebody pointed out, Claire's really did have better stuff than what's shown here. All right, show's back.
Don't be.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops, 10 seconds. I'm sorry. There we go. Christine's house.
Nervous
Christine.
making. What?
Don't be.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm nervous making.
I'll try not to overthink things.
She's talking to Aspen, Christine.
I'm fine. I'm not nervous. I mean, it's okay that not everybody in the world believes in plural marriage, and I'm not going to go out and oppose what they do. So I just think it's kind of silly that everybody's kind of riled up about this one.
Pause. Mary hit the nail on the head. Way to go, Mary. She's the only smart one right here, right now. Who knew? These are back in the years of Mary's driving me crazy, but my gosh. Christine and Cody and Robyn are driving me crazy in this episode. Like, get over yourselves. Stop being so short-sighted and stop refusing to allow somebody else to speak about what happened to them, and stop rewriting the narrative and saying what they're saying when that's not what they said. Mary's just like, whatever. Not everyone's going to agree with polygamy. I'm fine with it. Why are people getting their panties all up in a twist? All right, Mary. I appreciate you.
My stomach's in knots.
Robyn.
It's never easy to sit and defend. I don't know. It's weird. Defend your happiness? I don't know.
Defend your happiness?
Almost looks like the collar wants to go over the top. I need it. Something different.
Okay, pause. That wasn't what he wore to the panel, what he was wearing. That's what he chose to wear to meet the professor, who's going to be the moderator. Now we're wearing, I can't tell from this. I'll have to let you know if we're wearing jeans or if we're actually wearing a suit. He has a different shirt. Again, quite decent size collar. It is plaid, so it's a little bit more conservative than the silver shiny one that he wore to the other meeting. But of course, it's open. There's no tie. It's open and the buttons are down, and he looks creepy, just as creepy as before. Looks predator-ish. You know, like there's something off about it that, like I say, is like the picture of somebody that you intrinsically go, I need to stay away from that person. Okay. So he's getting ready at Janelle's house. And he's in her bathroom. He's looking at himself and he's like, something's off about this. And now he's going to say, I need to go ask Robyn. Janelle's standing right there. He's talking to Janelle. But he's going to say, I'm not really sure. I'm not the fashion person. I'm going to go ask Robyn what I should wear. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we go. Back 10 seconds.
Almost looks like the collar wants to go over the top. I need it. Something different.
I'm not a fashion person. You need to go ask Robyn.
Oh, I take it back. Pause. I have to apologize when I'm wrong. I was wrong. Cody didn't say that. Janelle actually said it. I'm not a fashion person. Go ask Robyn. It could almost be snarky, though. Whatever, Cody. I'm not a fashion person. Like, I don't want to deal with your insecurities here right now and you changing this outfit 10 times. Go ask Robyn. Leave. Go to another house. I got myself to get together here. All right. Cody's like, don't look at my face. Look at my clothes.
It's close.
You're too cute.
Oh, okay. I made my choices. My family's made their choices. My children are happy. We're doing the right thing. Their opinion cannot affect me. It just doesn't make me happy if they want to sit here and say, hey, you're a dope. Okay, fine, I'm a dope.
Talk about contradicting. Their opinions aren't going to affect me, but it doesn't make me happy if they call me a dope. But okay, I'm a dope. Woo! Follow the bouncing ball. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It doesn't bother me. All in the same sentence. Cody Brown was Cody Brown all the way back here. Continuing on.
Do I believe that he's not nervous?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I believe he's really not that nervous. He's always pretty confident going into these things. And he's the one who bears the most heat, usually, in these, because usually they're quick to blame the man. They think somehow he's manipulated me or made me make this choice, or which is so boring. But so he gets the most of the heat in these criticism situations. So I think he's good. I'm not, but I think he is.
Oh, Janelle. Christine Marie Photography Studio.
Are you guys nervous? I see her.
Yes.
Yeah. I think everybody's.
Christine Marie. Okay, so now the panelists that are not for polygamy are all walking into the Christine Marie Photography Studio, and Christine Marie is an ex-polygamist. She's the other Christine that's on the panel. So we have Christine Brown, we got Christine Marie, and we have Kristen. A little confusing. And a Colleen, which begins with the K sound, and a Cody begins with K. Anyway, but we have two Christines and a Kristen. Kristen Decker is the aunt of Christine Brown. All right, so now everybody walked into Christine Marie's photography studio, which I think is just not to take pictures, but just meet with her before they go to the panel thing.
My name is Christine Marie. I came from the mainstream Mormon church. I was a very devout Mormon. I was led astray by a man who was a self-proclaimed prophet who played on my beliefs and led me down a road that ended up with me believing that I should be in a polygamous relationship. After about 9 months of this tremendously confusing experience, one of the believers, he confessed that the prophet wasn't a prophet at all. He was a con artist. My sister wife was a fake sister wife. She was not a believer. None of the people in the group were believers at all. Okay, so here, let me break.
This is a part of your life you forget about, and you try burying. So you have a tendency to break yourself into two different people.
This is
I
Willie.
got 3 or 4 people, alter egos going on here.
I've got 4.
For girls, they try and get them out from other groups and like, hey, let's give them to the men that need more wives. And that way we can get more bloodlines so we can have more marriages that aren't incested. That's what my group's based off of, is incest. I married my second cousin. Not my first. Everyone's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay because he's only your second cousin. One of my sisters recently married another brother from another mother. Not my mom's kids, but a different sister.
What is our goal for tonight?
I want to tell my story, even if it causes me heartache and remembering and all the pain, so that maybe possibly I could save one life.
My speaking out isn't about hating them. It isn't about hating anybody. It's about trying to, just like you said, help other people.
To come out and talk about this, I don't think anyone really realizes the toll it takes on the person expressing their story. Knowing what I know now, I know why people don't.
Cody's in jeans. Janelle looks
I
good.
grabbed some thread real quick. Oh, this is good. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, where's Mary? That's Mary. How's it going? Kristen, did you grab the needle and thread the We know bad things happen in our culture. We know that these people had a bad experience.
Okay.
Validate that. We're sorry that happened. It's tragedy. They will not validate that we are having a good experience and that in our culture
They
people
will
have
not?
a good experience.
Are you nervous? I'm very nervous. I'm trying to distract myself from thinking about it, actually.
Really? Are you nervous, Mary?
Mary's like, no.
I'm not nervous at all.
Really?
Not at all.
Not
We can't
at
separate
all.
ourselves from this stereotype. And there are those that keep wanting to place the stereotype back on us and keep wanting to say, hey, you believe in a faith that is faulted. You are weak women. You are a controlling man. You're all these things that people want to stereotype with the lifestyle.
They say you're a misogynist pig, Cody.
He is.
I could agree with them.
Whatever.
People are angry about polygamy because most of what people see is stuff that makes me angry. And it's nothing to do with polygamy, to be completely honest. You put on the media that there's communities that live plural marriage where there's abuse happening to children and men raping young girls. That makes me angry too. But that's not polygamy. But people lump it all together that it is polygamy because they just don't know.
Okay, it's not polygamy by definition. No, you are right, Christine. But it's happening a lot in many polygamous cultures, not yours. Well, maybe in your culture. I don't know. Not in your family, but it happens. It's like on one side of their mouth, they'll say they acknowledge that people are having these bad stories and bad situations and that things went wrong for them in polygamy. But then on the other side, they then don't acknowledge it and say, people just say that all this bad stuff happens, but that's not what polygamy is. Oh my gosh, we're like splitting hairs here. Is this really all about defining the term polygamy? Are we going to talk about men having multiple wives? Stop using the word polygamy, I guess. Men with multiple wives leads to problems. End of story, period. Next.
I just really.
Okay, we're at the commercial. Oh, I saw something up here. Ah! Danny's been a member for 23 months. This whole panel made me mad. Christine and her unsafe comments, such extreme language. What's the purpose? This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It'll be interesting to see who gets contentious first and who gets defensive first and who, because it's meant to be a panel discussion, not a debate, but it kind of turns into a debate. I'm very curious to see how when it starts to turn. Yes, Lundy, that's 100% it. Christine can voice her opinion. Nobody else can, unless their opinion agrees with hers. If they agree with her, they can express their opinion. If not, no. All right. Christine needs a dictionary. Black and white thinking. Yes. Disco Cody. That's what we have in this episode. Awful. Slimy. Yeah. The lost BG. It's exactly what he looks like. He looks like a BG. He even has the hair. Only the BGs were good looking. So he couldn't work. Which BG did you all like? I kind of liked Maurice and Barry. They were my favorites. Which BG did you like? All right. Makes sense that Robyn dresses him. Yeah, that's the way he's showing up. Scrolling through. Loving mom. Been a member for 15 months. Thanks, J-Lu. Where did the time go? I'm so blessed to be your sister friend. Aw, love you too, J-Lu. So glad you're here. Okay. Another one, Kathy. Look at all the people here who are hitting anniversaries. Member for 23 months. Gosh, almost 2 years. The lies he tells. Okay. Their profits in prison. A lot of inbreeding, some people are saying. Yes. It's always the children that suffer. Yes. Oh, okay. We have another Barry fan. Barry was like the main one. He was the hairiest. Not that I was into hairy dudes back then, but he was good looking. Maurice had the long hair, but he didn't have as much facial hair. And I can't remember the other two. Wait, there were 3 BGs, right? Not 4. 3. Can't remember who was the third one. I don't think I liked them because I can't remember them. Barry for sure. Barry for the win. We have a lot of Barrys. Everyone's saying Barry. Barry. All right. It'd be funny to look at a picture of him now and say, "Oh, okay." That's a good point. Mitch, Aspen's husband, is also a cousin and was open to living polygamy too. Oh, Andy! Dang! Yeah, no, Andy would be my favorite. I forgot Andy was part of the group. I'm thinking of just the brothers, but Andy, yeah, I liked Andy. Oh, okay. Okay, so there were 4. Maurice, Robyn, and Barry. I don't remember Robyn. But Andy, okay, yeah, I forgot Andy. But now, because Andy went off on his own. Was he part of the Bee Gees? Or were the Bee Gees just the 3? Or were they the 3? I don't remember. It's been so long. Staying alive. That's right. Oh, you can't tell by the way Okay. Robyn, Maurice, Andy are your favorites. Barry, Maurice, and Robyn are your favorites. Okay. Andy, the younger brother, not in the group. Oh, he was not in the group. Okay. He had the looks, I believe. And he was the youngest, so he was closest to my age. All right, I'm sorry. I digress. Back to the show. Here we go.
Oh, relax. Everything's just fine.
Howdy.
Everyone's just walking
The
in.
professor asked us if we wanted to be in the same room with the other panelists before the discussion, and I just really wasn't ready to face my Aunt Kristen yet. And so I just said, please, no. We just stay separate. Hello, Professor. How are you? Good to see you.
No, leave it open. We want to see him freaked out.
No, we don't. People could probably look at us and go, wow, this is a lot of drama. I mean, they're just going to talk. I mean, it's not like they don't understand that we've been dealing with this anti-polygamous wave of hate all of our lives, all of our marriage,
All of your lives, all of your marriage. Okay, you lived in a monogamous relationship, Robyn. So nice try. Don't say we. And Cody, not your whole life either. Christine, Mary. They're the two that can claim their whole lives they've been dealing with polygamy and culture being against it. They're the only two. Not Janelle. She converted as an adult. Not Cody. He converted as an adult. Not Robyn. She lived monogamy her whole life. And her mom technically was a polygamist because she married somebody who had another wife in another state, but he also lived in another state. So she didn't really live polygamy. Her mom just happened to be sleeping with a guy who had another wife. There you go. Back to the show.
For some of us from the time we were, teeny kids, having family members, tell you you're seeing hell.
You're seeing
I
hell.
even had family members who said that they wouldn't associate and didn't for years until they felt like I wasn't some kind of pervert.
Oh, they might want to rethink that again. I mean, I don't know if pervert's the right word. It's just slimeball is a better. Pervert makes me think that it's like pervasive and he's like on the prey, like a predator almost, going after people. Like that connotation goes along with pervert, even though it's not the definition of it. I just see him as being a sex-filled, selfish man. What's the term for that? He's a Cody. Cody's going to have his own, like it becomes its own term. When you don't have the words, just call it a Cody. Scuzzball, that works. Yeah. All right. Okay, we just learned that Andy Gibbs' intestines were twisted, and that's why he passed. Who knew? Is Robyn really insinuating that she's been hate crimed? Yeah. Can you believe? And for her to even imply that she's been doing this her whole life, because she's like, and some of us since we were really young. Now, one could say, oh, I said that because some of us, not me, but some other people. That could be what, but that's not the implication that she gave. She made it seem like, and her whole life since she was really young. First of all, her mom didn't even marry. Was her dad? I'm so confused about her bio dad. I know he up and left, and I know he got another wife, but they didn't live polygamy before he left, did they? Do we know anything about this guy? There's not a photo or anything. I can't believe how, with all the internet and everything we have today, that more information hasn't gotten out about bio dad. I'm really curious about that situation. Okay. Oh, I do remember the drug overdose. You're right, Liz. Maurice is the one that had twisted intestines. Okay. Yeah. The lead singers of bands and the lead of this and that. They always go down a terrible path, don't they? Andy and Barry. Yeah. You've seen a picture posted of her bio, Dad? I want to say I have two, now that you mention that, because I remember thinking Robyn doesn't look anything like him. She looks like her mom. She's like Alice, a younger Alice in the face. But she's like, I look just like and her dad didn't look anything like her dad. I feel like her bio dad looked a lot like her uncle daddy, if I recall correctly. But like, it was a picture, like, do we know if he left because he wanted to live polygamy and Alice didn't want to? Did he leave because they were living polygamy and he really just loved the one wife and not the other? Did he just divorce them? Were they just a family that got divorced and he moved away and met somebody? And I don't know any of that. Her mom has a type. Yeah. Sad but true. All right. Back to the show. Actually, before we get back to the show, just because we might get through this one a little quicker than we got through the last one, let me change the banner one more time. Da-da-da! Here's our Keep the Lights On level, people. Yay! Keep the lights on. Okay. And I'm going to read to you our big supporters and exclusive SOS supporters just as soon as the document opens. Everything's going slow today. Maybe it's my computer. I don't know why I have everything else closed, but maybe I need to do a reboot or something. All right, let's get our classic scenes going here. All right, classic scenes in Sister Wives history, playing for you right now. Okay, our big supporters to this channel are Jan Morgan, Crafty Florida Lady, Erin Tucker, April S., Carol, CP, Deborah Sabella, Liz S., Deanna Wyrick, I'll Win the Mini Chef, Mary, Linda W., Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady. Oh, how come I have you in there twice? Hope you didn't pay twice, Crafty Florida Lady. Check on it. Shaniqua Smith, Knit My Bit. It could be my mistake. And our exclusive SOS supporters. We have Chrissy Hand, Shuki, Shanna Banana, Natashenka, Sally K, Tear Bear Nuns, Ladybird's Mom, Anonymous, Star, Christy Herring, Leslie Starks, Jessica Turner Long, Jane Morgan, Sina Andrade, Lisa O, Amanda Scott, Mary S., Katie, Hadley Fields, Crafty Nana, Oli Moly, Lady from Mars, Lisa Doherty, Sandra, Emily Roy, Living an Eclectic Life, Holly Jones, Cindy Diller, Kendra MP, Kenya Pinheiro, Monica Nilsson Solhus, Birdie K, Lisa Elmer, Janet Ebert, Steph Stevens, Edel Sodal Peterson, I'm your Huckleberry, Jacob Three Boys, Becky S., Tracy's Fractured History and more, Lavender Vanilla, Joni C., Allie D., Christine Warhope, Lean, Dee Dee, Steam Frog 99, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Evie, oh, this is the worst. Not just this. Stacy G, Karen Perk, Skill Virgo, Shotzi's Peace, Marcia Cooper, Diana Almeida, Farron, Lisa, Xochitl Almario, Carla Colson, Alexandria Swan, Rain Lady, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crabb, Waldo's Mom, Danny Towns, Ms. Lita, Lynn Skinner, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, and Kaylin. Actually, I realized I updated that list on my laptop, but I can tell from that list there was one name of somebody who was not on there that belonged on there, and there was a name of somebody who...
They're adults.
Bye-bye! There's somebody on there who's no longer a member. So I must not have closed the document on my laptop. So it will be updated when I see you on Monday again. So my apologies if to the new member whose name is not in there that I typed in since Monday. I apologize that it is not read to you. And you know what? It will be scrolling though. This is up to date because the scroll transfers from laptop automatically because it's online. It's not kept on the laptop. I needed to close the document on my laptop, and then when I opened it on my computer, it would open it up. If I don't close it on my laptop, does that make sense? Okay, anyway. All right, let me get back to the comment section. Okay. All right. Notice how Cody squats while doing the kidney speech. Interesting observations. It's so disgusting to watch Cody wipe his nose repeatedly because he's, I guess he's not worried about COVID anymore. Over and over again, just grabbing it and wiping it on his shirt and on his pants, and then grabbing Mary and touching the back of her. I'd be like, I don't know where you've been, Cody. All right, we're going to get back to the show. Here we go. Back 10 seconds. And, oh, wait. Oh. Okay, here we go.
Family members who said that they wouldn't associate and didn't for years until they felt like I wasn't some kind of pervert.
Sorry. I just don't know why we have to do this.
Oh, Christine, grow up.
I know it's an important story and we have to.
All right, then don't say that.
People, you were tired of Warren Jeffs being your poster child.
It's a sister wife. Sure. So I'm in the bathroom and I hear Aunt Kristen outside laughing, and not at me. I know she wasn't laughing at me. She was just laughing with someone else outside. And I just thought that she was coming because she wanted to confront me. I just thought that I was going to be in the bathroom stuck forever.
I'll pause. I don't remember this. I don't. The dramatics, the making stuff up to make mountains out of molehills. This family can. We are going to. She literally is making herself upset and sick over this because her aunt is not pro polygamy. Come on. Grow up, people. Do you know what kind of traumas and horrific things are happening in our world today, right now, right as you're going on and on about the fact you can't see your aunt because she doesn't like polygamy? This is like beyond. This is so beyond. Their reactions, and they're just inflating the situation to make it appear as if it's majorly dramatic. It's insane. It's ridiculous. I understand this is their life and I don't live their life. It's not that important. I'm telling you. Moving on. So Colleen and her aunt are outside the bathroom waiting to go into the bathroom. and they're sitting there talking and laughing. Christine won't come out of the bathroom because she's 3, I guess. And I guess they're going to go rescue her, maybe, and go into the bathroom with. We'll see what happens. I don't remember. I'm going back 10 seconds. Here we go.
Confront me.
Didn't want to confront you.
I just thought that I was going to be in the bathroom stuck forever.
Hey, Mary. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Robyn.
I just felt like it was like a junior high drama thing.
Thank you very much, Colleen, the child on this show. I just thought this was like a junior high drama thing, especially Robyn, because Mary goes in to be with Christine, which is so dumb anyway. But Mary goes in, and then Robyn has to go too. I mean, Janelle's the only one with a brain who's like, I'll stay back here. Like, we don't need to turn this into something it's not. If Christine needs rescuing, fine, whatever. Somebody go rescue her. But we don't need 2 people to come rescue you. And Robyn, as she's walking in, she's laughing and smiling. Like, she just thinks this whole thing is hysterical. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. She's just sort of like, like, yeah, this is not middle school. Come on. She's laughing as she's walking in and closing the door behind themselves. Okay. Back 10 seconds. This is so ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I just felt like it was like a junior high drama thing.
You guys came, and then I felt that powered and protected. I'm like, okay, one in front, one in back. Just get me out of here.
After the sister wives came down and went in after her wail, and then she walked out really fast, I'm like, what was that?
Really?
Who knows?
I don't like confrontation. I don't like it. And
there is no confrontation. You are creating a confrontation. You are creating drama. There is zero confrontation. The girls wanted to go to the bathroom. It was a single stall bathroom. Walk in and lock the door behind you. They need to pee. There's no confrontation, Christine. This is outrageous. It's outrageous. Back 10 seconds. And for Aunt Kristen to be like, I was like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, that's what we're all wondering. Come on.
And then she walked out really fast. I'm like, what was that?
Really?
I don't like.
So right now, Cody's going up to Christine behind her. Christine's like, she has her hands on her hips and she's looking down in the room. So you can't even see her face because her hair's hanging down. And she's just looking down, and Cody's playing with her hair, and he's like, are you okay? And she's like, most dramatic thing I've ever experienced in my life. Can't believe it. Somebody was trying to get in the bathroom while I was in there. I would have had to see them when I walked out, even though I'm about to be on a panel where I'm going to see them and talk to them. The dramatics.
Confrontation. I don't like it. And I do my best to avoid confrontation as much as possible. And there's been times where we've had to, and I just shut down. I really can't say things enough.
Almighty Father, in the name of the Son, we ask thy blessing and thy discernment and thy strength as we enter into this situation that we find challenging.
We ask for discernment over thy strength, my strength, our strength, or thy strength. His words don't even make sense when he's praying.
We ask thee to buoy us up and strengthen us and support us and bless us with inspiration.
He's asking God to buoy them up. Just in case you couldn't understand it, we ask you to please buoy us up in this situation. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be making fun of prayers, but I mean, you can't help it.
Kind, and that we will actually be accurate in what we express, our desire to be able to live our life in freedom. Amen.
You desire to live your life.
I always feel like dead man walking. You just feel everybody's
freedom.
eyes on you, and you feel like you're walking to your execution. I'm like that with any public speaking, but that felt.
That's because you're shy.
When I was
Christine's not shy.
just a young baby, my mom was introduced to the principle of plural marriage. She made the decision that this was a proper lifestyle for them and their family.
I actually grew up in the mainstream LDS church, the Mormon church. I met a guy, he introduced me to Mary's family. And for a long time, they were kind of like my novel polygamist friends. I would go to parties and say, oh, I know these polygamists.
I was raised in a plural family, had 2 moms. What I didn't know was that I was raised in fear, because we're told that if people find out that we live plural marriage, our dads would get put in prison.
I fell in love with their family, and I'm very happy with my
and
family.
The money.
Yeah, we're not perfect, but I think what family is.
My experience in plural marriage has not been an easy one. It has been a challenge for us, but it's also been a blessed one. I felt lucky to be able to marry the woman that I love.
I was not trying to broad paintbrush you guys.
I think that I have the right to say my.
With all of this to go back to the frontier.
Okay. Janelle is a shy one. Yes. Wendy said she slacked off for a while until the catfish brought me back. Yeah. I just remember doing other things while I watched the show until the catfish season began. And then I was like, oh, I'm fully invested again. This is kind of interesting. What? I think I heard about it before the show began. So I was ready to jump in and see how it played out. All right. Remember how Christine joined the family? It's been so sugar-coated. She pursued Cody for years and married him when Janelle was 7 months pregnant with Logan. Great. It's so beautiful, this polygamy. It's just so lovely. Mm-hmm. Christine being a wuss. Mama Squirrel thought that Christine should not have flushed. Christine made it high school drama class. There you go. That's what happened in this situation. All right. They're acting like the crowd is going to stone them to death. I know the hyperbolics in this episode is unreal. Okay, back to the show. Here we go.
The anthropology department at UNLV is hosting a panel discussion with our family and some people who have been in polygamy and have had a negative experience.
My experience of polygamy was hell. If one mother was jealous of the other mother, we had to take it out. Rather than take it out on the mother, she took it out on her children. My father was never around, and when he wasn't a very decent person.
I thought I was the first wife, but then he had this revelation that there was a new wife and she was going to be the first wife, and I had to financially support her and him, and so I became like a slave to this sister wife.
Sister wives are not friends. They hate each other. And if they were your babysitter, your kids are going to get beat and abused in different ways by those moms and her kids.
When my husband started courting
not good either.
Other women, my heart was broken. And when they drove off on their honeymoon, I didn't know if I was going to make it. And then when they came back and I heard things, I thought I was going to die. I was pretty much suicidal by then.
I'm thinking, how in the world am I supposed to treat her? I'm going to have to somehow break the ice and say hi.
You could
have to.
And Kristen, I love you. I just don't know what to do with you. I remember you so well, and I remember
this
your
is
husband,
Christine turning it on
sweetheart,
her.
he wasn't a nice man. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you guys are happy. I think
Thank
your
you, me
family.
too.
Yeah, I think your family is an anomaly because all around me.
Pause. All right. She did not say she hates her and her family. She said, I'm so happy that you're happy, and I think that your family's an anomaly. But Christine, in the Talking Head interview, which is always recorded afterwards, is like, for her to come in and say how much she hates me and hates my family, I just don't want to do it. Never happened. Never happened.
So many heartbreaking stories.
But you also have heard a lot of good stories too.
You know what, Robyn? I've only talked to one person who's left who's told me they were happy.
Kristen, I am so sorry things happened the way you did, but you got to realize.
Pause. I'm sorry. Robyn, interrupting cow. Moo. I have my interrupting cow around here. We go. Robyn, interrupting cow. Moo. Does not let Kristen finish her thought before she interrupts her. And Christine stops and lets Robyn continue to talk because she has manners. Okay. Back 10 seconds. Here we go.
You know what, Robyn? I've only talked to one person who's left who's told me they were happy.
Kristen, I am so sorry things happened the way you did, but you got to realize, and I know this for a fact, that who you marry makes a huge difference in what your experience is. And that's the way it is in a monogamous marriage. But I also know I have sisters, and I have my mother, and they tell stories.
God, she's the only one crying.
And working out their stuff with their sister wives and being so close.
Everybody's experiences are
they're very different.
Our experience isn't your experience in a nutshell.
What we're going to do now is you have a good sense of what some of the issues are. I'm sure you have some questions. If anyone would like to ask a question.
Okay, so I've been thinking about the whole fatherhood as you guys have talked about your stories, and I want to ask you, Cody, how many kids do you have?
17.
17, okay. Do you think that you are emotionally active in all of your kids' life as best as you can be?
I feel like I'm as active in my children's life as anybody that I know their involvement in their children's life.
Liar!
Monogamous or plural.
They're special.
Liar.
Overall, regardless of the culture, it is filled with unhappiness, poverty, poor education of children.
I think that it's patently unfair and unjust, in fact, to say that polygamy is evil because evils happen to you in polygamy. Monogamists have abuse. Other societies have abuse. Other religions have abuse. Non-religions have abuse.
It is huge within polygamous societies and cultures and families, and that's not just in America, not just here.
To be fair, we can't sit and broad brush this. You're painting us through your experience.
No, well, no more than you are for everyone.
No, I mean,
Okay, this is really getting frustrating for me. I'm starting to lose it here. She's talking about polygamy, and he's like, you can't paint us with a broad brush. She's not. I wish she would have just come back and said that. I'm not Cody. This is not personal. Did you not hear what I said at the very beginning of this, where I'm like, I'm really happy that you guys are happy, and I just think you're an anomaly. And so I'm here to talk about how this is not how it is for most people who live polygamy, because I am not going to say that your experience is all a lie, even though it is, and she knows it is. She is really watching what she's saying here. And the way that Cody is twisting it is not fair. And to say, oh, all religions have abuse, so polygamy is okay. Oh my gosh. I can't with these arguments. Okay.
Of abuse.
It is huge within polygamous societies and cultures and families, and that's not just in America, not just here.
To be fair, we can't sit and broad brush this. You're painting us through your experience.
No, well, no more than you are
for everyone.
You know, I mean, I think
I'm not recommending plural marriage for everybody. I'm asking permission from the world to allow me and those who choose to do it.
We haven't
choose.
directed anything painting on you. We haven't directed it on you.
Yeah,
Right.
you did, Colleen. You said sister wives.
I said sister wives, indicating an act, not you,
You
guys.
said-
I was
Well,
talking
you didn't
about
say
a different
that.
mom.
You
and
said
a different
sister
wife.
wives hate each other. You
I
said,
wasn't talking about you guys.
but,
I'm
but
sorry.
do they know that? Does the world know
I
that?
was not trying to broad paintbrush you guys.
I think that I have the right to say my feelings about polygamy as much as you get to say them.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, the way
Pause. I have to say, Colleen had a very weak defense right there. Colleen, that didn't serve you well at all. I have to give a point to Robyn on that argument because it's true. What Colleen said was, I'm like, when she said it, I was like, she's like, sister wives hate each other, and sister wives. You're like, oh, okay, all right, again. We can't just say these generalizations, people. She's young. But I like that now we're coming back with Aunt Kristen, and she's going to say, I think I have the right to speak. So let me go back and play that.
Broad paintbrush you guys.
I think that I have the right to say my feelings about polygamy as much as you get to say them.
Right.
Cody, the way you increase your tone of voice, the way the four women around you look at you for permission. For me as a woman, I have a question. Do you have the financial wherewithal to take the money out to take care of your children if you had to escape from Cody, or does he have to give you permission?
And I make my own paycheck and I have my own bank account.
That pause. This right here, just that one line. I would love for TLC to now do a deep dive, to go back, to reflect, and to talk to Janelle. You make your own paycheck. You have your own bank account. She's implying I make my own money and I get to keep all the money that I make. That is not true. There is a family fund. It is not true. All the money she made went into the family fund. Now, maybe, possibly, now this many years into the show, Janelle is making money on the side and able to keep it into a separate account because they're getting millions from the show. And then that money's going into the family fund and Cody's divvying it out as he sees appropriate to fund the houses and the expenses for the wives evenly, no matter how many kids they have. He clearly doesn't care about his kids. Has anyone ever pointed that out? The fact that Mary, because she shouldn't get penalized for not being able to have more kids, gets the same amount of money for food budget a month as Christine, who's got 7 mouths to feed, 2 versus 7. They get the same amount of money. That's just proof that Cody doesn't care about the kids. End of story. Life is easier if it's black and white. Everybody gets the same amount of money. End of story. So those poor kids are suffering. They probably have this. She probably has the same budget for clothing and everything else as well. Never thought of it that way until just now. But really, it's proof that he does not think about his children at all. He does what's easiest for him. Well, I'm just going to take a certain amount of money. Boom, 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 boom. Done. He's awful.
I don't share with Cody. I'm sorry that that's your perspective, but I did choose to marry this man, and I look at him because I love him, and I am anxious to hear what he says, and I'm anxious to get the mic so that I can have a turn to say what I want to say.
I understand your concern in wondering if we're free, because I'm sure from the stereotypes you've seen that you would wonder that. Cody actually says specifically, look, if you're not happy, I will give you money and you can leave. But that's
pause. This is the one episode that doesn't age well. There are so many lines in here. Here we're going to reiterate the fact that if you want to leave, I will pay for you to leave. I will give you money. And we saw how that played out. We're saying this episode is lie. Unbelievable. So many things do not age well in this episode. So many.
What's holding you back is money. That means nothing. You get your freedom.
It means
But
everything.
you don't have the freedom to sleep with Cody every night because you have to share him. Right?
Well, who wants to? That's a horrible argument. Don't say you have the freedom to sleep with Cody every night. You don't get the freedom to sleep with him every night because you have to share. It's Cody Brown. I mean, come on. Who wants to sleep with him every night? No. No. All right. Let me quickly go to the chat. Bonnie thinks that all the TLC money went into the family fund, but Robyn's, she got to keep hers. I could see Cody doing that. The money goes into the family fund. Well, Robyn doesn't have another side job like everybody else does. So she gets to keep her TLC money. I could totally see that. Oh, that'd be so great if there was any proof of that and that came out in the show. I got to stop getting excited about the potential of how great this series could be. Because again, TLC and a puddle de monkey does not listen to this show. It's actually monkey de puddle. I don't know what monkey is. Or puddle in Spanish. And I kind of say it with a French accent, so what do I know? Puddle monkey, which I know is not called puddle monkey anymore, but I will continue on this channel to call it puddle monkey because it was for so many seasons, and I got the monkey. This is a representation of both the production company and TLC, quite frankly. Awful. Gosh, they do not pay attention to these channels, and they need to, because we are full of great ideas on how to make this a booming success. Do they want to sell a lot of advertising money? Call me. Or just shoot me an email. Again, they don't watch, clearly. All right. Wendy said she sincerely wishes that Preston would come forward and say what really happened. The kids are all over 18. She has nothing to hold over him. That's true. If he signed some sort of NDA, I'm sure it was until they were adults. Well, they're not all over 18. Oh, yeah, his kids are all over 18. Shoot, they're probably all over 21. You love this shirt on me? I was thinking about getting rid of it. Should I keep it? My arms are not such that I look good in short sleeves anymore. So I was going to get longer short sleeve tops. But after I put it on, I thought, oh, I kind of like this one. Oh gosh, I'm trying to whittle down. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my clothes. I have too many clothes. So I thought I'm just going to wear everything one more time and then get rid of it. And then after I put this on, I kind of like it. And now that you write that, see, now I'm going to keep it. And I blame you. I blame you for me having more stuff than I need in my closet. Oh, gosh. Keep the shirt. Okay. I'll keep it. That's all I need. Just one person to say keep it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, we're back.
The debate got heated.
I think this is the last segment.
Passionate. And I started realizing in a way that it was kind of ridiculous on a level, but I was so frustrated.
It started to become a little bit more confrontational when we stopped addressing our public and our audience, and we started to address each other.
You don't have the freedom to sleep with Cody every night because you have to share him. Right?
Damn, that's too bad. Do you know how liberating it is to not have to sleep with him every night?
I love Mary that I don't have to sleep with my husband every night either, and he's not sleeping with other women.
Ooh, good comeback.
It doesn't offend you or frustrate you or something when a woman comes up to you and says, "You're just broken. How dare you? How could you let your husband cheat on you with another woman?"
Well, I just think she's stupid. I mean, that's her perspective. It's dumb. I mean, I know what my husband is doing and I don't consider it cheating. And so it's okay with me. It's like, I know my truth.
Because
I have to say, Mary is the most mature. Shocking words coming out of my mouth here, folks. Get ready. Mary is the most mature person on this episode by far. You know, Robyn sitting there on the couch interviewing and saying, don't you get offended? Robyn gets offended by everything because she's a child too and she's not growing up. So don't you get offended by the fact that people come up to you and say your husband is cheating on you? Like, doesn't it? Mary's just like looking at her like she's a fool. She's like, no, they're just stupid because I chose to do this and he's not cheating on me. And it's true. He's not cheating on her. She very willfully went into this knowing there's going to be other women that he's going to sleep with. It's not cheating. It's awful. He is sleeping with other women. He's not cheating, though. So, Robyn, you're a fool. Okay. Now Janelle has something to say.
Religious beliefs say that I'm entitled to choose my husband, whether he's married or not. That's okay. You know, and if it means that my religion says I stay as a bride of Christ and devote my life to Christ and I remain celibate for my life, that's okay too. And everybody has the right to choose that religion.
There's a lot of diversity of experience and thought in the fundamentalist Mormon culture. It's not all one church.
You guys are special, but so is somebody who can, you know, drive drunk without getting in an accident. That's unique. So overall, don't want to recommend that. It's really difficult for families to live this lifestyle like you, and it's usually filled with problems, sadness, and poverty.
Whoa, so well said. There's the best analogy I've ever heard. You guys are unique and special. Mind you, nobody said anything negative about them this entire time. It's all been about polygamy, this entire panel. I have not heard them make a personal attack against the Browns at all. In fact, they keep pointing out how unique and special they are, if anything else, because that's not normal polygamy. But her analogy is perfect, perfect. You have that person who can drink a six-pack and get on the road, never gets in an accident, is perfectly fine. That doesn't mean we recommend people drink six-packs and then start driving. It's well said. Great analogy.
I think that comment right there was what Cody was talking about when he said, please don't paint it with a broad brush, because that was absolutely a broad brush.
Don't think it was a broad brush. I'm trying to say you are unique and you're, you know, that
we're not that unique. And if there were more families coming forward like our family, that broad brush would just go away.
I would estimate to the plural families that I know reasonably well, about 30% have a satisfactory marriage, but another 35% have serious issues, but they're doing the best they can, and another 35% are completely dysfunctional. How does this square with monogamy? I would suspect we'd find the percentages more or less the same.
What if, like me, one day you wake up and you say, wow, I did all that and it was all for superstition?
Then I would leave.
Amen, sister.
Then I would leave.
Mary, you were saying, I believe that at one time I heard you say you wouldn't live plural marriage if it wasn't your belief, and Robyn said that. And so basically what you're saying is you just said that you would leave if you didn't believe it.
Do not twist my words.
I'm asking, that's why
that's
I'm
exactly
asking.
what she
I
said.
said, if I woke up and I decided this wasn't going to make me happy anymore, and this didn't work for me, and if I didn't believe this anymore, I would leave.
That's exactly what she just said. Again, let's make drama where there doesn't need to be drama. And first of all, this aunt is being very cautious. She goes, Mary, you said, and I believe that you said this too, Robyn. If I understood it correctly, what you said is if you weren't happy, you would leave. That's not what I said. Don't twist what I said. I said if I wasn't happy, I would leave. Oh gosh, this show is too much.
That's right. Do not make me a victim, sweetie.
Cody, is your...
How is that making her a victim? She just said, you said if you weren't happy, you would leave. Or if you didn't believe in it anymore, you would leave. Don't make me a victim, sweetie. I can't anymore. I'm like, are we listening to two different panels that are happening? Is there some sort of like chip in Robyn's head that is twisting the things that are being said? I mean, we know that happens because we saw that when Christine said, right now, I don't want to spend, when she's like, do you want to spend time with us? And Christine said, not now. Robyn turns it around and says, she said she didn't want to be with my children. Do you remember? Like, there's a chip in Robyn's head that is malfunctioning, and she will take things and twist it and interpret it however she can become a victim. It's a victim chip. She can turn her into a victim and change exactly what was being said, because nobody made her a victim there at all. And then for her to come back and say, don't make me a victim. It's the icing on the cake. You can't script this, people. I mean, somebody needs to sit down and type it all out. Like, this anthropologist needs to sit down afterwards and just look through this, and then, or a psychologist, and show where all the misfiring and dysfunction in this communication is happening. And I don't see it happening on the part of the people who are against polygamy. They seem very well thought out, very clear in what they're trying to portray, very intentional in letting the Brown family know they're not talking about them. But the Brown family is twisting it all. Anytime they say something, this is not a broad brush. Don't paint me in a broad brush. We're not painting you in a broad brush. We're not talking about you right now. We're talking about polygamy, people. Made me slap my hand and my wrist hurts. Okay. This is just about over. We're at the very last, very, very last little bit. Here we go.
Your motive in becoming a polygamist to live your religion? I mean, you had the right to.
My motive in being a polygamist was to live my religion.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
Right.
But I would do this all over again because I love these 4 women and I love my children.
The debate in general, I think, was awful.
Your fault. It was awful, Christine. You made it awful. Could have been good.
I'm disappointed that it turned into a debate. I really had high hopes of it being just a discussion.
It was. You guys made it a debate.
The panel discussion did not go very well just because the other people wouldn't see our side of it, but the parents didn't see that they were just talking about their experiences.
Your license and
everything.
Yeah. Wait, let me rewind that 10 seconds.
The other people wouldn't see our side of it, but the parents didn't see that they were just talking about their experiences.
Okay. So Aspen is saying neither side was listening to either side. She's being objective here. Fair enough. I don't agree with the first half of it. I really think the other people were being really good, but I appreciate Aspen saying my parents could not see that they're talking about their experiences. They were taking it all personal. Okay.
Your license and everything.
Yeah. I was really angry. I got passionate and I got pretty angry because I realized that the truth would not be heard here.
Oh,
please.
You guys want to do some dinner after?
I don't think so. I think I'm kind of done. I know, completely.
It was sad because we never reached over the fence. We never came to any kind of agreement of how we can help the community.
You didn't try.
An agreement to disagree, that it was okay that they had their stories and it was okay that we had ours.
And it was a pleasure.
Wait. Yes, you guys didn't do that. The other side did numerous times. We understand you guys are different, but we're saying this about polygamy. Unless they're trying to say we couldn't agree that polygamy overall isn't a problem for lots of people. If the Brown family's trying to say that, then they just have their head in the sand.
If you're in town.
Good to meet you, I'm really sorry.
Oh, it's
good to meet you. Good to meet you. You doing okay?
Yeah.
When I initially started probing what a polygamous family might look like, the families that did work, they had the following characteristics. One, they were economically well off. 2 is that the husband worked very hard on trying to manage his affection.
Okay.
If he had a favorite wife, he kept it very, very quiet. And third, and most important, and this is what I really learned from the Browns, is that the sister wives had become friends.
We went into it just knowing how uncomfortable Christine was with her aunt opposing her. and it just got intense. It was rough. I don't think there was any way to prevent it. I don't
Yes,
either.
there
I think
was.
it was what it was.
Was what it was. Brilliant
Got to
from
get more
Robyn.
people talking about their good stories.
In the end, I melted down.
I don't think you melted down. I really, really don't. I think you stood up for your beliefs. I think your beliefs were under attack. And you
Robyn.
stood up for your beliefs. And I was proud of you for it.
Next time.
Whoo! That had a lot, people. I don't remember so much of that. That had a lot. I did not realize. No wonder. Here is a classic example of why the Browns are such a poor communicating family. We saw it on the stage right here. The people would say something, and the responses from the Browns were like, "What? That's not what they just said. That they actually agreed with you guys, but you're coming back combative." This is how they hear things. All of them. Robyn's horrible at it, but it appears that the same thing is happening with the rest of them too. So no wonder they can't communicate with each other. They don't try. They really don't try. I swear these are people who all have their thoughts, their feelings, and their agendas in their head, and they just stick with it. And it doesn't matter what somebody else says. They're ready to come back. They have their comeback ready, planned, prepared. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. J. Lou says, this is why we stay to see the train wreck. They do bring the drama. They do bring the drama. That's for sure. They create their own drama and then they complain that there's drama and they blame other people. Okay. All of a sudden it popped up and said, your Brave browser quit unexpectedly. But that was the one that had the show on it. And we're done with the show. Well, perfect timing. Robyn said, I know. It was like when she was talking on the couch interview, it was like an incredible angle. The camera caught her in full-on witch form. Oh, okay. J. Lou said, I do have to give Robyn props for overcoming her fear and not going to the Olympics. Y'all are you're too much. You're too much. Lies, lies, lies. Okay. All right. All right. This was fantastic. You guys were good. Again, I was thinking, oh no, the panel discussion. This is a boring one. But there's so much to say. There's so many opportunities to just pause, stop, and discuss each of the lines that come out of these people's mouths. It's unbelievable. It truly is. It'll be interesting to see this season where things turn, because I feel like the OG3 are all tapped out now. So do you think we're going to see her start to fall in love with Pete? Do you think that she allowed the show to start filming it with the understanding if it doesn't work out by the time they start airing it, that she has the right of refusal? Wouldn't that be great? She's like, okay, I'm dating this guy. I really like him. Yes, you can put it on the show, or yes, I'll talk about him on the show, even if you don't have him on the show. But in the event, 6 months from now, around the time you're going to start to air things, or more, 9 months, or whenever she started dating him, I don't know. But if I'm not dating him anymore at that point, you have to scrap everything I said about him or any clips where he's in. Wouldn't that be great? Because then we would see her falling for Pete, which I'm so much more interested in than Christine falling for David. I don't know. I had Amos in my head for some reason. Not really interested in watching Amos either, because David doesn't have much of a personality, and Christine was so over the top that it just was a weird combination and uncomfortable to watch. Whereas Janelle, I don't know. All I can do is take from his picture. He looks adorable and delightful. So we'll see. So excited. Thank you for being here on a Friday. And I will see you again on Monday. Now, you SOS exclusives, I'll see you on Sunday night. Take care. God bless. Adios. And I'll see you next time. I guess that's my outro video. Bye-bye.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guy's weekend.
Yeah, that's just it would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,